The day my sister was lowered into the frozen ground of a Boston cemetery, I inherited everything. A fortune, a legacy. And then, like ghosts rising from the past, my 3 children came back. After 18 years of silence. No calls. No birthdays. No, I love you, Mom. Just nothing.
And now?
They were smiling, calling me Mom, like the word hadn't turned to ash in their mouths nearly 2 decades ago. I wanted to believe them. God, how I wanted to. But deep in my bones, I knew this wasn't a reunion. It was an audition. And I was no longer the woman they had left behind. If you've ever been abandoned by the people who were supposed to love you, if you've ever waited by the phone, hoping for a call that never came, then this story is for you. Like this video.
Subscribe.
And in the comments, tell me, have you ever had to choose yourself over someone who once called you family? Because what happened next changed everything. Let me take you back. The snow hadn't even melted from Eleanor's grave. The scent of funeral lilies still clung to my navy wool coat. The one she always said made me look like a woman who understood boundaries. I was sorting through sympathy cards when the lawyer called. Harrison Cole, Eleanor's attorney. Miss Mayfield, he said, there's something you need to hear. She hadn't just left me money. She'd left me everything. The brownstone on Beacon Hill. Her commercial properties. Her investment portfolios. Every dollar. Every deed. Every share. All to Clara Mayfield. Her beloved sister. I didn't cry. I just sat there, staring at the wall. Because I knew this wouldn't stay quiet for long. And then they came. Alastair. Caroline.
Nathan.
My children. Walking into that law office like they belonged. Like time hadn't passed. Like they hadn't walked out on me the night I was told I was too much. Too anxious. Too emotional. Too much for a family that valued perfection over presence. I didn't flinch. But my heart, it was screaming. Caroline reached for my hand. I pulled back. Nathan mumbled something about just seeing the obituary. Alastair smiled. Smooth.
Polished.
I'm sorry, Mom, he said. For everything. As if regret could erase 18 years of silence. As if sorry could cover the fact that I stood at a gas station at 2 a.m., wondering who I could call. And the only one who answered was Eleanor. She didn't ask questions. She just said, stay where you are. I'm coming. And she did. For 19 years she was my anchor. We never said family. But we lived it. Morning walks. Shared silence. Glances across the dinner table that said more than words ever could. One night, she said, you stayed. Everyone else left. You stayed. That was her way of saying, I love you.
And now?
Now they were back.
Smiling. Sweet.
Saying all the right things. But I saw it. The way their eyes flickered toward the lawyer. The way Alastair leaned forward when the word estate was mentioned. This wasn't about me. It was about what Eleanor left behind. Mr. Cole handed me a letter. Private. From Eleanor. She wrote, guilt is not trust. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. You deserve to live without always waiting for the next door to close. And tucked behind it, another envelope. Open only if they come back. She had seen this coming. 2 years ago, she wrote. People who abandon their parents rarely return for love. Regret is loud when wealth is involved. Then the text came. Mom, we just want to talk. We're staying nearby. To help. Caroline showed up with tulips. I love peonies. Nathan left a voicemail about healing. I didn't answer. Instead, I went to Dr. Evelyn Reed, Alastair's old professor. She handed me a file. Plagiarism. Manipulation. A pattern. Eleanor had come to her. She wanted me to have proof. Not just legal protection. Moral protection. Then came the petition. A competency evaluation. My own son wanted the court to declare me unfit. Because I donated to a women's shelter? Because I rebuilt lives?
No.
Because I refused to be broken. At the hearing, Sophia, the shelter director, stood up. She is not a victim, she said. She is a lighthouse. The judge dismissed it. Humiliated, Alastair stormed out. Caroline lingered. I'm sorry, she said. Not for what she did. For what she let happen. I nodded and walked away. But it wasn't over. An anonymous envelope arrived. Forged transfers. Shell accounts. They'd been stealing from me for years. While sending birthday cards. While pretending to forget. So I made my move. I revoked every document. Transferred control to the Eleanor Avance Foundation. And called Alastair. From now on, I said, everything goes through legal channels. I hung up. The cleanest goodbye I'd ever given. A week later, a package arrived. An old photo. Me and the boys. Laughing on a summer trip. On the back. We weren't always like this. For the first time, I let myself cry. Not for them. For the family that died long before they walked out. You can mourn the dead. Without inviting them back into your house. At the foundation dinner, they applauded. Not for my money. For the new shelter wing. For the scholarships. A young woman took my hand. You gave me the map, she said. I squeezed her fingers. No, I whispered. You built the road. I finally understood. Peace isn't revenge. Peace is clarity. It's choosing yourself, not because you hate them, but because you love yourself enough to walk away. If you've ever felt erased by the people who are supposed to love you, know this. You don't need their return to be whole. You're already whole. Like this video.
Subscribe.
And in the comments, tell me, what's one boundary you've learned to protect? Because your story isn't over. It's just beginning.